Thank you for being here today. My name is Andy Biggs. I'm the congressman from Arizona's 5th Congressional District. We appreciate all of you from the media who are attending, and I appreciate specifically and very much the parents and advocates who stand behind me and who will be speaking and addressing you today. I recognize these courageous parents, leaders, and patriots who stood up for their children in their schools, when attending hostile school board meetings, and in their communities. We're here today to share the stories of parents who were targeted, surveilled, and when they were attempted to be silenced by Joe Biden and Merrick Garland's radical Department of Injustice, these parents stood tall and fought back. They committed no crime. They simply did what all mothers and fathers do. They protected their children. And for that sense, that feeling of obligation, that feeling of love for their children, they were labeled by the Biden-Harris regime as domestic terrorists.
My response, as well as the whole DOJ, was, we don't negotiate with terrorists.
But they were protecting their children. The Department of Justice was weaponized and coordinated with woke school boards and attempted to intimidate American parents into silence.
And you won't be picked up here. Nobody's going to do that to you, as long as I'm here.
In standing up for the most fundamental obligation of a mom and dad. The DOJ didn't simply try to cancel these parents. They attempted to criminalize them.
You need to be thinking about is some parents who clean as a whistle.
Yes.
The Attorney General's got to feel comfortable she can stand up next to them, look into the camera and say, what happened to these people never should have happened.
Having been arrested, having even been incarcerated, that's a badge of honor, because that's an indication of how much people were willing to sacrifice for our children and our country. So I don't want it to be seen as a negative thing that I was arrested. That's not going to be good for anybody.
That is unconstitutional, and it is also un-American. To every politician and bureaucrat who thought they could bully moms and dads into submission to the detriment of their children, you picked the wrong fight.
They cut off any kind of remedy. So I'm not ashamed at all. I'm proud that I followed in the tradition of Samuel Adams and John Hancock, which said, it is my advice to no longer offend the feelings of an already exasperated people. That's what our country was built on. Our country was built on people who were willing to stand up to injustice, to tyranny, and say, I will not comply with this. I am going to stand up for natural rights. And now we have the Constitution. And this is what people need right now, is hope.
To celebrate the vindication of these parents. Parents don't surrender their rights at the school doors. They don't answer to school boards. And they certainly don't take marching orders from a weaponized Department of Justice.
There is a vast gulf right now between all of these people and the American people who are still struggling. Parents who committed suicide, estranged families. And you can do the PR all you want. And I'm not trying to be hostile here, but I'm here to tell you the reality. In the court of public opinion, it's not going well right now.
I'm not worried about the court of public opinion.
You should be.
President Trump has stood with these parents from day one, and we stand with him, and I stand with these parents. This movement is not about politics.
I'll try to put you together with a team that will be looking probably for a school peg, some media peg, in, my guess is May.
It's about protecting our children and restoring sanity to our schools and our communities. Parents, not the government, are the ultimate authority in their child's life. Don't ever let anyone tell you differently. You will hear stories today that will make your blood boil. Stories of intimidation, retaliation, and abuse of authority and power.
This is where parents are at. We have had our lives devastated.
If you want to give me something that shows document A says this, federal this, this, I am positive that the federal government influenced the county police or whatever. I bet that happened. I bet it did. But that doesn't mean you have a cause of action.
It is in black and white. I've sent you links to it.
No, you haven't. You haven't sent me links.
I sent you the link to the Americans for Liberty report, the smoking gun report. We sent you the dossier. I'm the first name on the dossier. It is all there. We took my case and some others, and we put them in a file and we sent them to DOJ.
We have learned, sadly, that when people get some power or think they have power, almost invariably they abuse it. And they sought to abuse it against parents of children. But you're going to also hear stories of courage. You'll hear the voices of Americans who refuse to back down, the ones who are leading the charge to take our country back, one school board at a time. I'm honored to stand with each of you today, and I thank God for the fire in your bellies and your hearts.
I am going to stand up for natural rights, and now we have the Constitution. And this is what people need right now is hope. They need to know that we don't understand the process perfectly. We don't understand the law. We might not have money for attorneys, but we want you to help us. I've laid it out. Here's the EO. I've drafted apologies. At some point, we have to step out and do it. These sons of bitches aren't going to beat me. I'm a nobody with nothing, and look how far I've come. I have no money, no name. You think these sons of bitches are going to stop me? Hell no.
Right, I agree.
I can walk into that room where Bondi was, and I'll own that room. You've got somebody on your side that is not going to stop, and I'm for you guys, but words only go so far. We've gotten words for a long time. I am not going to be defeated on this because there's too many parents that I promised I would help. Starting in that little coffee shop, when they're coming to me saying, my kid committed suicide, and I'm drying the tears off my shoulder, literally. These people can't stop this. These people don't intimidate me. I have nothing to lose.
I know, but